Hey everybody, today we're gonna be playing a game called Try or Pie. Try or Pie. I need 2 courageous contestants. Can I get my contestants? Come on down, come on down. Okay, great. Here's the premise of today's game. I have a mystery snack for both you guys to try, and it could be good, it could be bad, it could be something you're already used to. And the deal is this. If you try it, you're okay, but if you do not try it, you get pied in the face. So that's why we call it Try or Pie. Today's snack, mystery snack, y'all wanna know what it is? Oh,
very curious.
It's great, and I can come up with the stuff because I didn't do it. Chocolate dipped cheese. Let's hop into it, let's see what they do. All right, we're back. We got the cheese open, we got the chocolate prepped. Now it is time for our contestants to be courageous. So let's see what you guys got. Get ready. Chocolate smells.
The chocolate doesn't even smell good.
Okay, you gotta dip it, dip it in there pretty deep. Dip it in there. Oh my goodness.
All right, ready? Cheers.
So, okay.
Oh, sick.
No. No.
What? It doesn't work? It doesn't work? Wait a second. Let me see if I'm on this. Let me see. I like cheese. I like chocolate.
This shouldn't be combined. That should not be combined together. Oh.
After a while, it's really just the nacho
Oh
cheese.
my goodness.
That's,
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
No, at the very
There's no
end,
way you like
the spice
that. There's no
with
way.
the chocolate,
Hey,
it's just the
Absolutely
cheese.
not.
The cheese is not.
we might be onto something.
no.
Well, hey, give a hand to our courageous contestants. You guys beat the game. Try or Pie. They tried it. They survived it.
Those Try or Pie contestants had a lot of courage, right? Do you remember what courage is? You do? Well, having courage is all about being ready to face a situation even when we are afraid. Having the courage to do something you might be afraid of can be pretty difficult. Sometimes we might feel there is no way we could have the courage to do something that looks big or scary to us. But we can remember that when we trust God, He helps us have courage when our courage and bravery feel like they're not enough. We're going to talk about this and so much more, but first, did you already shout it out? You know that it's the Wonder Truth? Oh, I'm so glad. Let's turn in and let's see our Wonder Truth today.
What's up, you guys? My name is Larry the Lego, and I'm about to tell you our Wonder Truth, and that is that God helps us to be courageous. Let me say it again. God helps us to be courageous. Hey, you guys can't see my tongue, but it was out just then because I'm wild and quirky. Okay. God helps us to be courageous. You see these hands? They can only make the letter C. So C is for courageous, to be remembered. All right. Ladies, stand to your feet. I'll give you 3 seconds to stand on up. You're gonna repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. All right, ready? God helps us be courageous. Great job, ladies. Take a seat. Boys, stand up. I'll give you 3 seconds to stand to your feet. 3, 2, 1. All right, repeat after me. God helps us be courageous. Great job, boys. Now everybody stand to your feet. I'll give you 3 more seconds, ladies. Come on, stand up. 3, 2, 1. God helps us be courageous. Great job, boys and girls. That is our Wonder Truth.
Wow! Word of wonder! Woo! Awesome! We are here doing
doing our word of wonder, and this will be our last week doing this verse.
Yeah, the last time to do it.
Last time. So, with that, we gotta go all out.
Yeah.
Like 100%, I wanna be hearing you say it really loud. I wanna see you doing the moves really well, and you better be standing up.
Yes.
So, everyone stand up. Stand up, no matter where
Stand
you
up.
are. Come on, stand up.
Stand.
2 feet.
Rise.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Now, like I said, let's do the moves. Like, as crisp, as clean as we can, with saying the words really nice, clear, and loud.
Yes.
We're not gonna scream them,
No.
but we're gonna be like loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loud and proud.
Loud and proud. All right, you guys know the drill. I'll say it. You'll repeat after me with Ms. Monique. Let's do it. He will keep his covenant forever.
Forever.
He will keep his promises for all time to come.
To come.
1 Chronicles 16:15.
1 Chronicles 16:15.
Awesome, great,
Yes, really
great job,
good,
great job.
really good.
All right, now stay standing. If you sat down, come on, stand back up.
back up.
Because this is our last time. We're giving it our all. And so with that, we want to test you.
Yes.
So this time, you're gonna have your eyes closed.
Closed.
And doing the moves. So if you guys are on a Sunday morning, volunteers are gonna be watching you to see how well you do.
Yes.
And if you're here at home, then your parents or whoever else
Yes.
is gonna watch you and see how well you do the moves.
Yes.
Okay? So let's close our eyes.
Close our eyes.
Let's get ready. Okay.
right.
Ready? He will keep his covenant forever.
Forever.
He will keep his promises for all time to come.
To come.
1 Chronicles 16:15.
1 Chronicles 16:15.
Awesome. How did you do? Ask if you're on a Sunday, ask the volunteers. If you're at home, ask your parents.
Yes.
And see how well you did. And that was wow.
Hey, it's me, Louie Kablooey. Kablooey. I have got an amazing true story for you from the Bible, the book of Judges. Here's what you need to know. God made a promise to his special people called the Israelites that they would one day live in a beautiful land called Canaan. God fulfilled his promise, because he always does, but it wasn't all happily ever after for the Israelites. Even though God had proved himself, they rejected him and worshiped idols instead. They actually sinned a lot, and whenever they would turn away from God, their enemies would attack. Attack! And when the Israelites turned away from their evil ways, God sent them special leaders called judges to lead them. Retreat! God gave these judges courage and wisdom to be good leaders. One of these judges was named Gideon. Hi, I'm Gideon. At first glance, Gideon didn't look like a great leader because he wasn't really, brave. What was that? But God had a great purpose and plan for Gideon, and God sent an angel with a message for him. Gideon, eek! You don't have to be afraid. I'm on your side. I've got a message. The Lord is with you, mighty warrior. Are you sure you got the right guy? The angel told Gideon that God wanted him to fight against the Midianites. Midianites. They had taken over Israel's land and stolen all their crops and livestock. These guys were bullies. Gideon didn't feel too mighty. I'm like the least important member of my family, and my family is like the least important family in all of Israel. He just didn't get why God would pick him to save Israel. So God encouraged Gideon again and promised he would help Gideon in battle. Surely that worked, right? Surely Gideon was feeling brave and ready to do what God asked. Angel, I'm still not convinced.
Can you help me out? Fine. God had the angel perform a miracle. He burned up wet food by touching it with a staff. How about that? Whoa. You really are an angel from God. Gideon was braver than ever, but still not like, super brave. And when the Midianites attacked, instead of facing them, Gideon asked God for another sign. I'm gonna put my sheepskin out overnight, and in the morning, if the dew covers the sheepskin but not the ground, then I'll know for sure that God will be with me in battle. And that's exactly what he did. And God proved himself by making the sheepskin wet, but keeping the ground dry. Now Gideon was ready to lead, right? Wrong. I mean, sure, Gideon was becoming braver with every sign that God gave him, but he needed one more. I'll put the sheepskin out again, and in the morning, if the sheepskin is dry and the ground is wet with dew, I'll know for sure, 100%, without a doubt, ain't no way to deny it, that God will be with me. God is good and patient. He gave Gideon the sign he needed to finally be brave and fully believe that God was with him. The next morning, the ground was dry and the sheepskin was wet with dew. So Gideon knew God would be with him in battle. He gathered 32,000 Israelite soldiers to go fight the Midianites. But God knew that with that many soldiers, if they won, they would think they did it without his help. So Gideon made an announcement. If you're afraid to fight, leave. Did he just say what I think he said? He did say it, and some of the soldiers did leave. 22,000 of them, actually, leaving only 10,000 soldiers. Yay, we might still win. Gideon was brave now, going into battle with only 10,000 men, but that was still too many for God. So God had Gideon take his men to the stream, and he told him to only keep the soldiers who kneeled and cupped the water with their hands to drink it. Hey, don't stick your face in the water, you will see the enemy coming. After the drinking test, there were only 300 men left. Yeah, wait, what? But those 300 soldiers faced the Midianites in just the exact way God told them to. A sword for the Lord and for Gideon! What's happening? I'm so confused! With God's special plan, they sent those bullies running for the hills. Gideon didn't think of himself as some mighty warrior, but as he trusted God more and more, God was patient and helped him grow in courage. When we trust in God, God helps us be courageous too. Great story, huh? And like I said, all true. Thanks for listening, everyone. I'll see you next time. Kablooey out! Kablooey!
Hello, everybody. It's time to pick up where we left off last time. God's big story continues today in the book of Judges. If you remember from the book of Joshua, we learned that God brought the Israelites into the promised land of Canaan, but they continued to reject God and worship idols instead. Throughout the Old Testament, God's people messed up a lot. Still, God always kept his promises to them. The Bible tells us in the book of Judges all about how God kept his promises to defend the people of Israel despite the many bad things that they did.
Whenever the Israelites turned away from God, their enemies would come and defeat them again. When the Israelites stopped doing evil and turned back to God, God sent them leaders called judges to free them from their enemies. God gave the judges courage and wisdom to guide the people well. One of these judges was a man named Gideon.
At first glance, Gideon was an odd choice to be a leader of Israel because he was not very brave. But Gideon's fear was not a problem for God because God was ready to help Gideon be courageous. God sent an angel to encourage Gideon. The word courage is part of the word encourage. We give courage when we build each other up with encouragement, just as the angel did for Gideon. The angel came to Gideon and said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." The angel told Gideon that God wanted him to fight against the Midianites, who had taken over Israel's land and stolen their crops and livestock.
Gideon still didn't feel very mighty. He was the least important person in the least important family. He wondered why God would choose him to save Israel. So God encouraged Gideon again and promised to help Gideon in his battles. Gideon still wasn't convinced, so he asked the angel to give him a sign that God would really be with him. Gideon wasn't just looking for any sign. He must have been looking for a sign of hope, that God was really talking to him, like a signal of some kind. So God had the angel do a miracle, burning up wet food with a touch of his staff. Gideon's courage grew. Let's see your face get a little braver, Gideon.
When we say Gideon was looking for a sign, we're really meaning Gideon was looking for confirmation or proof that God was really going to be with him. For most of Gideon's life, he had been living in fear and under the oppression of the Midianites. Gideon also viewed himself as the weakest person from the weakest family in the whole kingdom. There were a lot of reasons why Gideon lacked courage, but God knew this and he still used him. Gideon had never thought of himself as a mighty warrior, but God helped him grow in courage as he trusted God. And when we trust God, God helps us grow in courage too.
God often fulfills his plan through unexpected people. He chose Gideon even though he was the least important member of his family, and he helped him be courageous. Many years later, God raised up Jesus, the Savior and the Messiah, from the humble house of a carpenter in a small, unimportant town called Nazareth. You don't have to be big or considered important by others for God to use you to do something great. You just have to trust God, and he will help you be courageous.
Welcome to this week's Rewind Review. We have technically 3 contestants if you include yourself.
Yeah.
We have Miss Monique
Hello.
and Mr. Josh.
Yeah.
I am Mr. Connor, your host. And today we're actually gonna work all as one giant team.
Together.
Whoa.
You included.
Okay.
I'm going to read the questions.
We're supposed to be working together.
You guys are gonna be alternating answering the questions. We'll do ladies first. Miss Monique will get question 1.
Okay.
Gentlemen.
And then Mr. Josh will get question number 2. You answer them along, because if you get them right and if they get one wrong, it still counts. And if we get all 8 questions correct, we win the rewind
Can I have
review.
Passenger's house?
Yes.
Nice. Sure. All right, kicking it off. Question number 1. This one is going to Miss Monique. Question 1. In today's story, who was making life hard for the Israelites?
The Israelites, they have encountered many trials and tribulations in their time.
Correct.
Might have been
In this
the
story.
the Midianites.
The Midianites, correct.
The Midianites.
It's a tough one because it rhymes with Israelites. The Midianites is the
Yes.
correct answer. Question number 2. We're bouncing over here to Mr. Josh. Who did God use to defeat the Midianites?
He used my homeboy Gideon.
Gideon, that is correct. Just in case you couldn't hear that over the clap. Gideon. 2 for 2. Bouncing back over to Miss Monique. Question 3.
Ready.
What did the angel call Gideon when he saw him?
He encouraged him when he saw him, and
He called him a
mighty warrior.
mighty warrior.
Mighty warrior.
Correct. Question 4. Why didn't Gideon want to be used by God?
Didn't he say that he was the meekest person from the meekest tribe?
He thought he was the weakest person from the weakest tribe or clan.
Yeah.
Correct. Question 5. We're halfway. What did God do to show Gideon that he would be with him?
Well, the angel encouraged him, so that was one way. And another way. Another way.
Or he,
You're right. He
fleece.
Then,
Fleece.
the fleece of many colors.
Pray for rain.
He showed him 3 different signs. So that's correct.
Three
You
different
said
signs.
you said one of the signs, so that's correct. You got it right too? Good. Okay. Question 6. Why was Gideon able to be encouraged?
Why was he able?
Kind of vague.
Because Jesus, the angel talked to you. Man, if I'm
Because-
sitting here like, oh, man.
Because
the
he-
angel walks up and
yeah.
is like, you got this. I'm going to
he,
go.
Yep. And
right.
he knew God was with him.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Question 7. What is today's wonder truth?
Wonder truth. The wonder truth is.
Start with like, God helps.
God helps.
God encourages.
God helps.
God helps.
In
We fight the battle.
the...
You're on the right track. So you got all the right words, you just didn't put it all together. So we'll give you credit for it.
Okay.
God helps us be courageous. God
Yes,
helps us be
that's
Yeah.
courageous.
We got it. I still said it at the same time, so we got it.
You guys got it too? Okay, last one. This is for the championship. Question 8. What book of the Bible is today's word of wonder found in?
Mr. Fassiter's house. So we have to...
All right,
Well,
this one is Mr. Joshua's, but I'll let you guys work as a team. All 3 of the contestants can
Yes.
work as a team.
All right, I'm thinking First Chronicles. What do you think?
You were right. Yeah, you're on the right
Think?
path. You're on the
Is
right
it
path.
first or
think?
second?
First Chronicles.
Okay, first or second
First
Chronicles?
I think it's First Chronicles.
First Chronicles, you got it! Correct! That's all 8 in a row. Congratulations, contestants. You won this week's Rewind Review! Let's go! Thank you for joining us.
You may not be facing an army like Gideon and the Israelites did back then, but you might need courage. And the thing is we know where to get it from. It's coming from the Lord. Ask him. You might not need a sign, but you can be encouraged that God never leaves you or forsakes you. And that wherever you go, he is there with you. So have courage, take heart, and know that whatever the task may be, whatever might be happening at school or in your home, God is with you, and he is going to give you the courage you need when you ask him. So until then, we'll see you in our next series here with Brightmoor Kids.